Hello and welcome to Raven's Plains. My name is Raven Black. Today we'll be looking at the VR performance from the new Vulkan beta, the 11.50B1 beta specifically, and we'll be comparing the frame rates to the 11.41 release build. I'll be showing you my settings in each and how they have changed, as well as the plugins we used to use for 11.41 and whether they still work in 11.50. So how about we get started? First up, we're going to do a flight in 11.41 to get a baseline before we try out 11.50. These are the settings that I've been using. Anti-aliasing set off basically because I will use super sampling instead. This is what I use when I run X-Plane. And so let's get started and get in the plane. Alright, so here we're at Z98, we're in the DAA62. This particular plane is really frame heavy, so I thought I'd use it for this frame rate test. And I'm going to open up a few things. Fly with Lua, get my Twix. So I have a preset, I'm going to load that. And so we're going to stick to that preset for all the flights today. So I have like a baseline of what that thing's doing, and then we're going to open up OVR settings. So we're getting 37, and I have a super sampling of 1.5. So this is kind of our baseline. And lastly, we're going to get Avatab open here, and we're just going to put this up here. I guess I can make it a little bigger. So, about 37. So, and we'll open this up a little bit so we can see what it's doing. Alright, let's get this plane in the air. Alright, I'm going to go over here, and it's takeoff time. We have takeoff, we have 39, 40 frames a second. And we're going to do flaps up, gear up. We'll get the autopilot going here. Oh, I need to move this thing a second. Oh, autopilot's good. Yaw dampening. Autopilot, nav. So frame rate wise, about 43 flying over here. So yeah, I decided to pull up the Oculus application render time and stuff. It's saying 45 when I look over there, 39 over here, 6. 5 solid. Yeah, it's bouncing around, but it's not. Graphics are a little different than I think the Oculus one is a little more accurate. 39, 56, here 28. So, oh, Grand Rapids is over that way. That's probably why. I could road that airport. It's in the middle of this circus here. So, yeah. There's a lot of stuff at that airport. So, here's Grand River. Flying over now. Trying to see where that goes. Somewhere. Oh, back behind me. So when I'm in the air, oh wow, even shot for 46. But yeah, up in the air, usually I have 45 frames, which is perfectly smooth. So it may not look like that on the video you're watching, but cause you'll see black bars and stuff, but I don't see those. Yeah, super smooth. Now when we come in for a landing, that's when the frame rate's gonna do some things. So you get to see how it is. So I got 33 frames coming in for a landing here. Actually, I think I can correct for this. There we go. It's a little rough. Whoa, 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 whoa. Stay on the runway. Oh, she is squirrely. Yeah, she really pulling to one side for some reason. So I'm about 33, 34 frames. So yeah, pulling into here, wow, it's dropping to 30. Roughly. Usually I have it set to auto, but I'm using a specific setting that I found before. It was good at some airports, but right now for this one, it is hurting. So yeah, here we are. I'm just gonna pull up over here, park next to the fuel. Not hit the fuel. All right, I'm gonna start the Vulkan flight. We'll see how this goes. So it's 33 frames roughly here after I landed. 1.5 super sampling, and then my custom settings here, which are actually pretty low. Like full settings of let's not. Oops. This is the full settings of nice shadows and everything, which is definitely framey. I can see like it says 30-31. It's about the same frame rate as the other one, but it just seems choppier. So I'll also test that out when I get here. But yeah, once I set it to 1, load those settings. See, it's 32, 33, but it's a lot less choppy. At least in my opinion. So, on to the next flight in Vulkan. So these are the settings that came up when I brought up Vulkan. They changed the texture quality bar. I don't know if you noticed that, but there's now one less tick. And so it actually auto-adjusted for what my settings were, and now this is what my new settings are. And then you also have that extra checkbox below, draw parked aircraft, that is for the Vulkan driver for rendering. And so these are now my new settings for Vulkan. And so let's get into the plane and see how this works. Alright, we're now back and we are in Vulkan. This is 11.50 beta 1. And well, seems pretty smooth. All right, let's see what kind of frame rates and stuff we're getting here. Let's see, where is it? Fly with Lua. Give me my Twic. Alright, now 3839. I'll load this one. So this is the one we're running. Wow, 43, 2. I think we're at 33 when we were running before. Let's look at Fly with Lua, the OBR settings. Super sampling of 1.5. And we're at 43. I believe last time we were at lower than that. So yeah, 42, 43. We'll pull up Avatab just to have a nice copy here. Oh. There we go. We'll push it over here. So we got 43. I'm not gonna be able to use some of that. So let's get this plane started, shall we? Here. So yeah, 40 frames. This is 5 or 10 frames faster than what I was getting. I think 5 frames faster. That's 45 now locked, and in this plane. Wow. Like I said, this plane is a frame rate hog, so it's interesting that this plane is running so well. Here we'll do one set of takeoff flaps here. And 37, we're ready to take off. So here we go. "40 frames a second. Oh, beautiful takeoff. Flaps up, gear up. Trim up. There we go. Make sure I don't burn her out. There we go. Just shot up into the air. Yeah. Running her a little harsh on takeoff there. And we have our flight plan still, so we'll do move this, and then we'll do a little bit of yaw dampening and nav, and then we'll set the altitude to 3,000. 3,000. Vertical speed. Oh, and then we do 500. That's fine. Speed to 500. So what we got here, frame rate wise, 45 locked. So it was dipping to 43, I think, around here before. But this is just rock solid. Rock solid. Oh, one tiny little hitch after 43. So yeah, I haven't felt any hitching. Even doing this feels a little smoother. Interesting. You can see the frame rate drop from when I switched it. So yeah, this is pretty good. Very, very comfortable flight. A little bumpy. That could be the load. Yeah, that could be the load for Grand Rapids. But remember that it froze. Yeah, there's the Grand River running through here. I believe right around here is where it like locked up pretty much to load the other airport that we're just flying past, which is over there somewhere. And it hasn't dropped to 43, 45 still. Still with 1.5 super sampling. I mean, it's amazing. It dropped in the 20s for when it loaded that, so Um, Austin's no joke. He said get rid of all the hitching. Yeah, this is just locked in. Oh, there's a little bit of hitching. Oh, 20 frames. Look at that. Oof. Still 20. It's wow. This is rough. Still 20. That loading icon came up even. Wow. This thing is not having a good time right now. Oh, 19. Look at it, just bottomed out. Look at you. Oh, it's just sitting there. Huh. Yeah, this is pretty much unplayable now. Whoa. Okay, it says 20, but it's not anymore. That's weird. This thing's dead. That thing's dead. Everything's dead. But I have smooth frame rate again. That was weird. I don't know what bug that is. So this thing came back. It's registering again. This thing's registering. So I got 36, 37. That was weird. I'm way off. So we got full flaps here. Whoops. Come on. Let's get over. There we go. Jesus. Not even close to the point. What is with this cross mode? Wow. Jesus. Oof. While we're here, so I got 35. And that was the crappiest. So now it's back to 40. So that hiccup was weird. 43, 40. So I was getting 33 or something like that through here. So I'm really wondering what that hiccup was. Because that was huge. That was. And it broke everything. So that makes me think it could be the VMI Twick screwing with it. So I'm getting 36. I'm getting 6 more frames than I was getting before driving down here. Alright, so yeah, it's saying 41-ish. If I look at that thing, I'm guessing, yeah, that's where it takes a little. That one building has some major textures on it. At least all my other textures seem to work. I'm not sure if my normal maps are working though. Well, it says about 40, and I think I had like 33. So, somewhat of an increase. Alright, so next flight is going to be without VMI Twick at all. And then I might do a 3J FPS one as well, just for a quick reference. See what our options are. So yeah, I got 43, so I guess 10 frames more at this airport. The only problem was the landing had that huge just lag, unflyable lag. So I'll investigate what that was, and we'll be right back. Alright, we are back, and this is with no VMI Twick. Actually, the shadows seem to look a little better. It is a little framey though. We'll say that. Let's pull up what we do have, which is OVR settings. So it's It's doing, well, 37. If it's reading correctly. Let's pull up Avatab here. Yeah, Avatab has it at about 36, 37. Which is a little bit less than the OVR settings, but the shadows look better. It is a little framey though. I bet if I put this to 0, yeah, the framiness went away. Back to 45. Maybe if I do like a 1.3. Oops, that's 1.4. I wanted 1.3. Everything blinks. 42. 1.3 super sampling. It's not so bad. Ooh, getting some frame rate jerks. Looking from that way to that way. Huh. That's fine. Weird. So, here we are. These are all custom textures and stuff, so these are all 4K textures. A lot of grass and other stuff. These are also 4K textures. But there's a bunch of different kinds of vegetation on those textures, but still. Alright. Keep it ready for takeoff. And let's get it going here. Looking for 80. Here is 80. That's probably my best takeoff so far. Well, except for the squirrel driving around the runway. I mean, this is looking good. It's not framey. It's 45. See all the cars and stuff. Watch the gear up. So, yeah. So still locked at 45 as we're coming around. I don't remember exactly where it started lagging out. I think it was after this turn and when I was lining up on final. I didn't notice it in the last one. I'll have to check the video to see if it was doing it. I just didn't think about it. But about here is where, maybe a little bit closer, but where it decided it was going to completely crap out. Oh. Yep, here it goes. Huh. 20 frames a second. Wow. So it is Vulkan doing something right here. Just loading stuff for that airport, I'm guessing. Very important. I get a loading. Wow. So I don't get a hitch for the other airport, but when I get here, it freaking dies. Wow. That is interesting. Is it going to come back? It might not come back. It may have crashed. Oh, yeah, it crashed. So, yeah, it's, the new Vulkan has fixed some stuff and broken other things. So, I am going to look at this crash and send it over. And, yeah, I want to do one more, I think, with 3G FPS later. And then we'll call this review of Vulkan 11.51 beta, or 11.50 beta 1. We'll call it good. So I'll be back in a bit. So as you can see here, this is the error message I was getting, which is failed to allocated GPU buffer, which probably has to do with like texture loading and unloading, and it's just not cleaning up itself very well. So I did file this report with Liminar, and we'll see if they can get this fixed in the next beta. I also did another test of using 3J FPS, and it also crashed at the end of that one. So it looks like if you're going to run this, you're going to get a little bit of a hitch of, at custom airports, you're going to get a hitch of like 20 frames or something. And then if you use VMI Twic, it looks like it can actually get through that crash. But it's definitely concerning, and probably not something I can use yet until I can actually land at other airports. I also tried another airport, 66, and it did get through it, but there was still that 20 frame hitch when it came up to it, and it has way less assets and stuff added to it than the 8D4, so it seems like it has a few bugs to get out. I'll check back when there's a new version of the beta, and we'll see how it does. Once again, this is Raven's Plains, and my name is Raven Black, and thanks for watching, and until next time, I'll see you in the skies.